Welcome back. Your time now, 7:41. The Hawaii Filmmakers Collective brings together independent filmmakers, actors, writers, producers, and associates who are passionate about creating independent film here in Hawaii. But amid the pandemic, getting together and creating those new projects has been a big challenge. And joining us over Zoom is the HFFC's newest executive director, Jana Park Moore. Thanks so much for being here, and congrats on the new role.
Thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely, and I feel like it's already 2022. I feel like this pandemic has dragged on forever. I know, especially in the film industry, there's been a lot of changes. A lot of people, working from home, watching from home. How have you guys kind of adapted over the last couple of years?
As expected, we were a little nervous, of course, going in because a lot of our events before, I would say most of our events, were virtual. So, in person. So when we switched to virtual, we were nervous about how that was going to go. But we actually increased membership by over 50% over the pandemic. And what we noticed was people were zooming in from all the other islands. So we broadened our membership, which was awesome.
Yeah, and it's amazing to see the membership actually go up, despite everything going on. So with that increase, what are you hearing from people that they're kind of looking for, from the organization?
Definitely, these opportunities that are virtual so that people can zoom in from anywhere. We have acting workshops and how to make films, producing, writing table. And I think that's what people are looking for, just to be engaged and to be able to continue to make their art even in this stay-at-home time. We had our 48-hour film challenge last year that went stay at home, and everyone submitted their films from home, and we had over 40 films being made. So it was really nice to see, people still sharing their voice with the world.
And kind of, I think the pandemic kind of made everybody sort of adjust. And, one of the plus sides has been some of the ingenuity that came out of that. What are some of the most kind of creative trends that you've seen people getting creative as they make these films?
Nowadays, a lot, if not all of our pre-production is over Zoom meetings, which is pretty cool because I've worked with people all over the country to come together on a project, and we can be in pre-production online together for 2 months, and that's the norm now. Whereas before, I think we would have really limited ourselves. So I've been working with some projects on the mainland who, they're coming here and we all meet on Zoom and we feel like we know each other, which I think is awesome, and that people are just more open to that.
And so, obviously when everything was shut down, especially here in Hawaii, it kind of really put a halt to a lot of the big film industry. Of course, TV and movies are really big here in Hawaii. Are you anticipating that bouncing back this year? Or kind of what are we looking forward to in 2022?
To be honest, we kind of bounced back last year as an industry. We were in Hawaii here, we kind of had our bubble, and there were several shows that came on and feature films that were able to film here successfully. So I'd say our industry is pretty unique. At Hawaii Filmmakers Collective, we are really excited because we're hoping to go back to in-person events. And I think that people are going to respond to that, and get together in person again. We have our pitch meetings that are coming up this year, and we actually give $1,000 to filmmakers who come and pitch if you win the pitch, and to make your film and to use our space. So I think that, in our industry, all the local filmmakers as well as the big guys, we never really went away. We maybe went a little virtual for a little bit, but I think it is going to get stronger and stronger as we go on.
So what project are you most excited about for heading into this year in 2022?
For Hawaii Filmmakers Collective, our biggest event has been our 48-hour film challenge, which is really fun. You get a weekend to make a film, and we give required props and required lines of dialogue. But this year in the fall, we're adding a 72-hour challenge. So we're pretty excited about that because filmmakers will have 72 hours. So just a little bit more time. And it's pretty amazing what these filmmakers do in literally 2 or 3 days with a theme and just, getting creative with their friends. So we're pretty excited about that. And like I said, the pitch meetings are big, what we feel like we're giving back to the community by providing the space to make films and some funding.
Yeah, and we love seeing the finished product too. So much creativity going on there. Jana, we appreciate you being here this morning.
Thank you again for having me.
Absolutely, and we'll have more information on how you can get involved at KITV.com. Meanwhile, time now 7:46. We're off for a break. Your morning sports recap coming up next. You're watching Good Morning Hawaii.